Hi everyone, this is Meg back with another video, and today I want to talk about the power of thinking differently and getting input from other people that can potentially help you have an easier life and change your thinking. So I have a little story to share, as I often do, and that demonstrates this. And probably a week or so ago, I was telling my husband and my two teenagers about this YouTube channel. As you know, it's fairly new for me. I think this is maybe my 8th or ninth video since the beginning of the year, and I'm really enjoying it, having a lot of fun with it. So I was telling them about it. I was saying, hey, I'm really excited. I feel like I'm, doing what I can. I'm being consistent. And I happened to say to them, because this was for some reason important to me, I said, oh, and I'm really pleased because so far I don't think I've repeated an outfit. I've kind of like shown up in different tops each week. And for some reason that felt like important to me, that somehow that was demonstrating that I don't just wear the same thing every day, that I am conscious about, um, you know, not wearing the same thing. And for me, that felt like a good thing. So I happened to drop that little comment in. And it was so interesting because basically there was like a moment or two, a couple moments, and then almost simultaneously, all three of them said, oh, well, some people wear the same thing on purpose for their videos, so they consistently wear the same thing. And my mind went wild. I thought, oh my goodness, how have I not thought of that? And so we had this little conversation about, my husband watches a couple videos. A woman that he follows in a particular science thread, she wears the same thing, same background. My two sons, they watch a lot of videos. I think most of the content producers there following wear like the same t-shirts. And we had this conversation, it helps an audience recognize, oh, there's that person, that's what they're wearing, that's familiar, it's consistent. Certainly probably for the content creator, it's potentially a lot easier. Like, oh, I'm gonna put on this, t-shirt or this outfit, this top, this dress, whatever, and that means I'm gonna kind of go into my video production mode. So it was just so interesting for me because I hadn't considered that angle. I hadn't considered that perspective. It made me think about, for all of us as people, we have our default patterns. We have our well-worn channels of thinking, the way that we think. Well, I see it this way. I do it this way. Patterns, behaviors, automatic ways of thinking, they save us a lot of time, but they do potentially limit our creativity. And in this case, I just think it was so interesting because for me, it highlighted like, oh, there could be a really easy way. There could be an easier way. So my message really is about the benefits of thinking differently, about opening yourself up to go hear from people who think differently from you. If you're stuck with something or something feels challenging, go find someone to bounce ideas off with and say, hey, here's what I'm looking at, here's what I'm struggling with, what do you see, how do you think we could solve this? And also, in particular, if you're a leader, the work of leadership is lonely. It's not fair for you to have to come up with all the ideas, so do make sure that you're bringing in your team members. Again, find people, seek out people who are different to you, who don't look like you, who don't think like you, who don't have the same background as you, because there could be this amazing, magic alchemy that can come from having lots of different ideas. Now, once you get those ideas, you don't have to go with them. So it's more about the process of just opening yourself up in a creative way. If you choose to, stick with the way that you have been doing it, that's fine. Obviously each of us has that choice about that. But it's really just for you to consider, might there be a different way of doing things? Might there be an easier way of doing things? And often we won't get to know those unless we open up, we talk to people, we hear other people's inputs and viewpoints. and see what can emerge from those. So I hope this story was useful. I hope it encourages you to consider how you might think differently in the coming week, how you might seek out other people for connection and creative exploration for your problem solving. If you want any help with that, of course, please get in touch. I help busy people live with more balance, ease, and joy. And if this has been useful, I'd love for you to share this video or drop me a comment. And again, if there's anything I can do to help you with expanding your thinking to make your life easier, please let me know. See you next time.